We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for round 3 with Amulet Titan, the list that you see on screen. As per the usual, if you would like more information about this particular list and the changes that I made, you can check match 1. But yeah, for now we're just going to jump into it. So I'll see you in the games. The pairing has been made, and we would like to play first. Updraft Elemental. If I knew my opponent had green lands in their deck, then I might keep this, but because we don't know what this Vesuva is, we got a mulligan. And this is much better. We need to top deck a second Amulet to have Dryad on turn 2. But that is far from a complaint. We will keep this. And I guess we're bottoming a redundant Primeval Titan here. Not really sure. Yep, I think that's the best line. Because we're going to need all of our lands in play. It'll be nice to have the ability to leave a Growth Chamber or Garrison in play and still have another bounce land, so go Feel the Dead. Alright, so we got a Scalding Tarn and a pass. And no companion. Okay, well, Spell Pierce or bust. Do you got the Spell Pierce? Maybe they do. Maybe they do. It could be opt to try to find a Force of Negation. I would be pretty fine with that. Or it could just resolve as well. That is not what I was expecting, but, again, I am far from complaining. Pick this Feel of the Dead back up and pass it back to them. So, this might be the Electro Balance deck. If that's the case, I'm going to be very sad, because I found that matchup to be impossibly difficult. So, it could also be Blue-Red Kiki. Oh, we got a Sprite Dragon. So this is going to be some kind of Blue-Red Delver deck then. Interesting. Tapping out there, I'm not sure if that's my favorite move from our opponent there. But I suppose it's either now or never, right? For them. Like, I'm unlikely to be casting a Titan this turn, so since all I'm doing is playing a bunch of setup stuff, then maybe it's right on their side. I'm not sure. If we are able to jam a Titan next turn, I'm not sure whether or not we do. We might want to try to wait until we have a Cavern, or like if we draw a Tulario West, or something along those lines. I mean, they've surely got some kind of counterspell here, but the problem is, since they have a clock in play, we can't really wait that long. Like, right now it's just a 1-1, but I'm sure the thing is going to kill us in, like, 3 turns. I just don't know if we can afford to jam a Titan into counter magic and just lose on the spot if they have it. Although they are playing green, I would kind of anticipate there to be less counter magic on their side, that being the case. Manamorphose, okay. I wasn't expecting to see Manamorphose out of this deck, to be honest. Maybe they're playing something more like Bedlam Reveler or something along those lines. Is this more of like a Prowess strategy, or I'm not really sure exactly what's going on now. The Manamorphose is confusing to me. I mean, if they're just tapping out here, then they're just dead, so this Titan will get a Valcut, which will kill both of these Spite Dragons in play, almost guaranteedly. We got a Bolt. Okay, so it's going to take a little bit to kill both Sprite Dragons. Actually, we can probably just kill our opponent here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just dead. Because this Titan, we play Boros Garrison, right? We float 2, 3, 4, and a green here, and leave a white. Activate Garenbrig, play our Titan with the white floating. Get Valcut plus Stronghold and Haste. And we replay the Garrison, I suppose, and then on the attack we get the Double Strike land and something else. Yep. This game is over. Game is quite over. So we'll pick up the garrison. We'll replay it. We'll probably yield to those amulet triggers through this turn. We'll play Titan. We'll get Valakut and the Stronghold. Got to put them on the stack before I yield to them. We'll haste our Titan here. We'll attack. This time we'll get... Okay, they can see. I think they see what's up. That was just really weird. I guess they just didn't have any interaction. I don't know. I think we want Pact of Negation, but maybe not negates. I'm not sure, because they're more of a tempo deck than anything else. And for that reason, I also think I want Dismembers, especially since their creatures have flying, so it's not like I can really block them. Explosive seems alright, especially if they are playing something like a Young Pyromancer. Baloth doesn't seem bad either, to be honest. Just have to have an intermediate threat to jam before we play our Titan. Tracker probably dies to Bolt, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's bad. I'll try the Tracker. Now, I'm still not sold on these negates, I don't know. Because if they're clocking us fast enough, we're not really going to have the ability to hold up negate while we're also jamming a Primeval Titan, but I don't know. I'll bring in like 2. Definitely don't want all 3. And I might end up cutting them if we don't have the slots for it. So we can definitely cut 1 pack. I think we can cut Tribe Scout pretty safely, considering they're playing bolts and stuff. And possibly even Lava Dart, we don't know. Cut a Stirrings, because it's a little faster than that. And possibly some Explorers as well. I don't think Explorers are particularly good in this matchup. These are most likely going to cost 2 or 1 if they have Delver. What else? Perhaps a second pack wouldn't be the worst thing to cut. I'm not sure. We can trim 1 amulet, since they might have some artifact destruction, like a Braid or Ancient Grudge or something. Ancient Grudge has not been in the format for a while, but still. We can trim maybe a Garen Brig, and I guess a Zeusa, because it dies to Bolt. Sure. I definitely like my opponent's brew over there, though. It's nice to play against something new and refreshing. This hand, I think it's fine. We want to draw a couple lands, but other than that, we have the things that we need, so. There's a Swiss Spear. This is definitely... I mean, that could be indicative of prowess or of, say, some kind of Delver strategy. I think both would play Swiss Spear. They might not be necessarily dedicated to prowess. Something like Soulscar Mage may or may not be present. Let's get the Gruul Turf out there, I guess. The thing I'm worried about with this Gruul Turf here is they may or may not have access to effectively Molten Rain. But we can't really play around it here. If they have it, we're just going to get blown out, unfortunately. Or they could just play another Swiss Spear after this one. Just play 3 Swiss Spears. That'd be great. I wonder if they're going to bolt my Grazer. No? Well, I'll absorb damage, I suppose. I'll absorb 2 damage, I suppose. Who are they thought scouring? Would have been really, really interesting if they had... That's 4 Scalding Tarns! That never happens! Wow. Okay. Sorry, that was just entertaining to me. So, we could now play our Engineered Explosives on 1, or we could be greedy and try to wait it out one more turn. I think if we don't play it now, it's likely to get countered. I don't love to take 2 damage from the breeding pool in order to do this, but I think it is the right line. At least just to get the explosives into play. We don't necessarily have to blow it immediately. In fact, we could just play a Grazer here as well. I'm gonna try that. This way we have a Titan lined up for next turn if we draw one. And we have 2 blockers for the Swift Spears, and explosives in play to blow if during the next upcoming turns we need to. They could have braided the Engineer Explosives, but... we're kind of at the mercy of what they have now. I guess we get punished if they have, like, double bolt or something, but... I mean, if they bolt the 2 Grazers... I don't know. Ooh, Crash Through is quite annoying, though. I mean, we're still absorbing 6 damage here and then untapping with an Engineered Explosives, so... oof. Well, folks, maybe I should have held up the explosives. I mean, these Grazers are going under the bus. I could block the same Swift Spear with both. Nah. Not worth it. I'd rather absorb the maximum damage here. I think we're dead. Oh, no, we're not quite dead. Well, now this Dismember does nothing, and this Negate is looking for a Lightning Bolt. Oh, wait, hold on, I should play this Grazer. Oh well. I didn't even notice that we had drawn that. Draw a card. That's fine. Bobble. That's also fine. Well, we have a lot of work to do this game. Not only do we have to top deck a Titan, we also have to gain life above the point where a Lightning Bolt would kill us. Which we can do with a Radiant Fountain, but... no thank you. No Lightning Bolts today. I guess the best draw would be the Radiant Fountain, ironically. That is not the best draw. We do have to go ahead and play this Grazer so we don't just get punked out by a haste creature. I'm not expecting to win this game yet, everybody. Really should have held up the explosives there, I guess. Sprite Dragon. Can't block that one. Oh, no, we can. Reach. Of course. That's not a Titan. A Dryad would be pretty good, too, just so we can dismember this Sprite Dragon. Swift Sphere. Okay. Any spell kills us. Seems like a spell. It's an abrade. Alright, alright, alright. You got me, opponent. You got me. Alright. So now what? Dismember not really looking its finest there, but I don't think it's bad. Negate not looking particularly great there either. It kind of just sat in our hand for most of the game. I think we need to be more proactive than that, to be honest. I mean, it did counter the bolt that would have killed us, but it also sort of put us in that situation in the first place. If it had been a Titan, we might have won. I still don't think I'm interested in Tribe Scout. I don't know how I feel about Amulet. It does turn on abrades and stuff, but I'm okay with it if they spend 2 mana to abrade my Amulet, I think. Especially if I'm not relying on the Amulet for anything. Maybe I just keep the land. That or an Explorer. I think the land's going to be better. How interested are we in Azusa? Honestly, I think not very. Alright, I'm going to run it back. We cannot keep this. So, I got a mulligan. I'm sorry, I just had to pause there for a second. This hand really needs lands. But it has interaction, it has an amulet, it has a 3-drop, and also a way to gain some life if we need to buy some time. I think it's fine. We do have to put one of these on the bottom. I think it might just... I mean, would it be crazy to put the amulet on the bottom here? I'm not sure. We could also bottom the Primeval Titan and just hope to top deck one. I don't know how much I like that plan, to be honest. If we top deck a bounce land, then bottoming the explosives is probably going to be best, because we have a fast enough hand to race. It's a tough choice. I'm going to go with the explosives, since we're on the play. We need a bounce land. Off the top. Bounce land. Come on, bounce land. Bounce land. Ugh. Okay. Maybe we should have bottomed the Titan then, I don't know. Well, this is going to copy this Stomping Ground, I guess. We would not like to pay the life. Admittedly, this sort of deck is the kind that is generally good against Amulet. Something aggressive and slightly disruptive. So, Sprite Dragon. Okay, I wonder if they play Kiln Fiend. I would imagine they don't, but it would be kind of cool if they did. Am I willing to put this Dryad in front of the Swift Spear and then lose it to a Bolt? I guess my opponent is going to answer the question for me by killing the Dryad anyways. I would imagine there's a Lava Dart here. Yep. Well, we're in a little bit of trouble. If we draw a bounce land, we can play Baloth and pick up the Vesuva so that we have Titan lined up for the turn after this Baloth. But I think that's pretty much our only chance here. Garenbrig is actually similar. It does the same thing. We still just need to top deck another land now. Here's the Baloth, and a pass. I was going to say the best top deck would be Cavern, but that's not entirely true. Because we would just have to filter the mana through Garenbrig anyways, so I don't know what the best top deck is. Another Garenbrig, that will do the job. I mean, we have to cast it, so we are under too much pressure. Remand. Really don't know how I feel about that. Because on one hand, it didn't actually counter our Titan, but on the other hand, it got a counter on this guy, and it didn't cost them a card, so now a Cavern would be the best draw. Or they could tap out. They must be doing this because they have lethal or something. That'll be real sad. I suppose if we draw a land, we can leave a Stomping Ground up. I don't know if there's anything that we can transmute for here, actually, to be honest. Man, I think we're just dead. I mean, perhaps not. A bolt does it, though. Bobble probably does it too. That's 8, and then 9 from the trample. Plus a lava dart, and 1/2, so that's 11. Yeah, we're dead. Man, what a shame. And our opponent's just going berserk over there. Alright, we get it, we're dead. Alright, next card. What are you doing, Magic Online? I just wanted to draw a card. Alright, well, we're not doing that. Alrighty, well, that's unfortunate. I think that's just going to be a bad matchup regardless. Definitely a cool deck, though. Anyways, yeah, that was match 3. We're now 1-2. Not the best start, but I think we can salvage it. I will see you guys for the next one. If you like what you saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You already know. I'm saying it because I have to. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. This is Redface Menace, signing off.